And here is the Vegan's Almanac for today, the 22nd of April, 2025. April 22nd is Earth Day. The typical messaging given on Earth Day encourages people to commit to composting, recycling, carpooling, thrifting, and using metal straws. What isn't usually mentioned is the one thing humans can do that would give the Earth and her inhabitants the best chance to thrive: committing to a plant-based diet. Animal agriculture is responsible for 18% of greenhouse gas emissions, more than the combined exhaust from all transportation. Reducing methane emissions would create tangible benefits almost immediately. Growing feed crops for livestock consumes 56% of water in the U.S. 2,500 gallons of water are needed to produce 1 pound of beef. 5% of water consumed in the U.S. is by private homes, while 55% of water consumed in the U.S. is for animal agriculture. Livestock, or livestock feed, occupies 1/3 of the Earth's ice-free land. Livestock operations on land have created more than 500 nitrogen-flooded dead zones in our oceans. 1/3 of the plant is desertified, with livestock as the leading driver. Animal agriculture is responsible for up to 91% of Amazon rainforest destruction. Every minute, 7 million pounds of excrement are produced by animals raised for food in the U.S. 3/4 of the world's fisheries are exploited or depleted. 82% of starving children live in countries where food is fed to animals, and then the animals are eaten by Western countries. Animal agriculture is the leading cause of species extinction around the world. Each day, a person who eats a vegan diet saves 1,100 gallons of water, 45 pounds of grain, 30 square feet of forested land, 20 pounds CO2 equivalent, and one animal's life. Perhaps ex-beef cattle farmer Howard Lyman said it best when he said, "You can't be an environmentalist and eat animal products. Period. Kid yourself if you want. If you want to feed your addiction, so be it. But don't call yourself an environmentalist." It's the birthday of Dina Zulfikar, born on this day in 1962. Dina Zulfikar remembers how her passion for animals started at her aunt and uncle's flat in Tahrir Square. Their love for pets led them to rescue wounded stray dogs that had been hit by cars and bringing them to the vet, she said. "This is how I learned to be kind to animals." Zulfikar is one of Egypt's most determined animal welfare advocates. She has turned her childhood sympathy for animals into an organized battle to protect domestic animals and wildlife in Egypt. Her activism began while she was a student at Cairo University. Zulfikar teamed up with her friend Amina Abaza to set up an organization dedicated to the welfare of animals. Recently, Dina Zulfikar called for the inclusion of articles in the Egyptian constitution for the welfare of animals and the preservation of wildlife. She also called for improving the living conditions of animals in zoos and for the application of international standards. It was on this day in 2024 that Peter Young gave an hour-and-a-half keynote speech at the University of Wisconsin. He became vegan in 1994 and became active after being shocked by his visit to a chicken slaughterhouse in Seattle. He participated in a campus animal rights group at the University of Washington. Young describes himself as being strongly influenced by mid-1990s vegan straight-edge bands like Vegan Reich, Earth Crisis, and Raid. Quote, "The vegan straight-edge scene is directly responsible for the course my life has taken." He was indicted by a federal grand jury in 1998 on charges related to fur farm raids in Iowa, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. He was in hiding for 7 years before being arrested in San Jose and sentenced to 2 years imprisonment in 2005. Young was released in February 2007. Young operates a website named Animal Liberation Frontline. The website is intended to report on the Animal Liberation Front and all actions for animals carried out above the law. Find the link to Peter's speech in today's show notes. And here's a reading for today from Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 to 30. God spoke, "Let us make human beings in our image, make them reflecting our nature, so they can be responsible for the fish in the sea, the birds in the air, the cattle, and yes, earth itself, and every animal that moves on the face of the earth." God created human beings. He created them godlike, reflecting God's nature. God blessed them. Be responsible for fish in the sea and birds in the air, for every living thing that moves on the face of the earth. Then God said, "I've given you every sort of seed-bearing plant on earth and every kind of fruit-bearing tree, given them to you for food. To all animals and all birds, everything that moves and breathes, I give whatever grows out of the ground for food." And there it was. Genesis chapter 1, verses 26 through 30. This has been the Vegan's Almanac with a reminder that we are responsible for Earth.